probably still somewhere out there. He's on the list anyway. We got 7.5 minutes before the net starts. It's KD8SLG. I'm just hanging out. Anybody else out there?
KD8SLG. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Nick. How are you doing?
WV3K, KD8SLG. I'm hanging in there, Phil. Ready to have a little beacon net fun tonight. And, yeah, that's what's going on, man. I'm sorry you got kind of discombobulated this afternoon there on the boredom breaker net. Stuff happens. The links can be hinky sometimes. But you sound very chipper for this time of night. How you doing, Phil?
Gee, Nick, I'm feeling pretty okay at the moment. Looking forward to the net, and anyway, I looking forward to it. And yeah, I've been busy a little bit here. Got finished fixing my frequency counter, and had to do some micro soldering on it. And I used a taper potentiometer on there to help with the tuning circuit to adjust carefully, but without having the difficulty I had with the original cheap potentiometer they had on board. But the taper potentiometer is a lot easier to work with. I put a 5K in there, and boy, it just aligns that thing right at, it does to 5 times 10 to the minus fifth, which is more than adequate, and I think I'm going to enjoy working with it more now. But anyway, that and putting a package together for the kids, I got to get it out in the mail tomorrow. I've got a VA appointment, and looking forward to getting on with tomorrow and getting that all accomplished. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the net, and it's good to hear your voice, and I hope that you're recovering well. I haven't heard too much more about that, but how are you doing?
Sure. Right now I'm coughing. Let's see. Started PT finally this week, so at least getting to move around a little bit. I get to take the sling off for a couple hours every day, and that brings me joy. And that's what's going on there, Phil.
Very good, Nick. Oh, incidentally, just remarking about what you were sharing with me earlier about the discombobulation earlier. Dustin brought to my attention, which helpful reminder again, that I need to, whenever you have connected nodes and stuff, why that you help us connect with other people. I need to be patient to give the system some time to DC, to disconnect, and then have it clear so that the nodes will be ready to accept an input, and then give it time before it can key up and transmit. So I need to be a little more patient with that. I think I have to look at myself with some discretion on that, because I forget about that. And I thought, gee whiz, did I do something wrong or what? I didn't understand what I was doing. So, like I said, Dustin kind of squared me away on that today, and you had made some mention to me too that there was some sort of a pile-up or something going on. But regardless of what's going on, I still need to be patient more and allow time for the system to reset itself and drop out, and then give us a chance then to key in. But what I don't want to do is to step on anybody, and I think that's kind of what I was doing, not realizing it, and that was my fault. KD8SLG, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, back to you, Nick.
Phil, it happens. No, you weren't stepping on anybody. What actually happened was, since things hadn't clicked through, you started talking. We were all hearing you in Ohio on the WKY, but nobody was hearing you on the link from Oklahoma out. So basically, because what's going on the second hour is I listen on a radio to WKY, and I listen through one of my nodes through another radio at the same time to the Oklahoma feed, so I can hear when there's discrepancies, and I try to make them right there the second hour as best I can. So it happens, and if you're not the person that does it, somebody else can do it. You can wait your time, and then when you click on, it still doesn't matter because somebody else had it keyed up. So it's not a he did it, she did it kind of thing. It just happens. So there you go. And we are linked tonight, everybody who's listening, so keep that in mind. Key up for a second or two before you start talking, and hang on for a second or so after so we hear everything you have to say. We've got a little more than a minute before the girl makes the announcement. So anything else there, Phil, real quick?
Real quick, no, Nick, I don't. I'm looking forward to the net starting up. Thanks a lot, Nick, for all that you do and help out with getting everyone together and being able to enjoy the fellowship together. So that's wonderful. KDSLG, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, back to you, and I'm going to just go ahead and clear for now. And thank you again, Nick. Thanks for coming back to me. KD8SLG WV3K.
Alrighty there, Phil. I got you on the list. And WD8MAU, Wade, I got you on the list there as well. And Michael, WB8CXO, I've got you checked in and out. Thanks, Mike, as always. And hello there, Ray. All right, let's wait for the girl, and then we'll get this party started. KD8SLG.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
All right, there she is. QST. Welcome to the Beacon Net pre-show, sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association on the W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390 with positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa. Early check-ins and in and outs a half an hour beforehand, and that's right now. We'll do a couple rounds of checking, go back, see trivia tonight, and who just wants to say. This is a control. We ask that all traffic pass through net control your net later tonight for the pre-show. Here in Golf KD8SLG. My personal is Nick, rated Charlie Kilo, just Nick. Dustin will take over at the top of the hour, as is tradition here on the Beacon Net. Let's do the Mickey Mouse roll call. Check in with the Beacon Net guys, the Beacon Net crew here before we get started. KD8EPC, are you out there?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG and the net. This is KD8EPC. I am here, Nick. I'm ready for the show. We'll be standing by.
All right, man, we're going to do it again one more time tonight. Good to hear you, Dustin. You sound great. KD8QKO, I'm sorry I missed your birthday. Are you out there, Nick?
KD8SLG, KD8QKO. Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, pumpkin spiced. I'm thinking pumpkin rolls. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Good to hear you, Nick. See if Andy's out there. AB8MO. Andy, are you out there? I don't need anywhere. I'm trying to find India. There's going to be KE8 Lister there funding the. Are you trivia tonight there, Mike?
I am here. I'm ready to go. Everything's working fine. I'm sure I sound like me, and you sound perfect as always. And yes, I am trivia. I thought I would get one in celebration of the new dog that we have. She is a handful, so okay. 2 hot dogs. So, with that being said, back with Echo, back to 88 SLG.
KE8QWE, Mike, you sound fabulous and well rested as well. Good to have you on board, Mike. All right, let's see what I got here. KD2HCE is at a concert. Chris, he wanted me to proxy him in and out. So KD2HCE, have fun. You're in and out. W3ETB Eddie's in there. KE8BHQ is in there. KG4SCK Mark. K5CFY Ray. WB3K Phil. WD8MIU Wade. WBCXO Michael's in and out. KC0LRM Kelly, I took the liberty of adding you. I'm going to call out a couple of people here on Echo Link real quick before we get started. One I just saw pop in, WB4AIZ. Chuck's usually in and out. Let's say hi to Chuck tonight. WB4AIZ, KD8SLG. Hey, buddy, what's up?
WD4AIZ. Good evening, Beacon. Hope everybody's doing good today. My usual in and out. But I am watching the festivities on CXO's Facebook page. So I don't know how long I'll be watching it, but I'm watching my voice. So anyway, I'll stay in. So just want to say hi. Of course, B4IZ.
All right, Chuck, thanks for stopping by. I got you in and out tonight. I'm going to call out Y4SM, Alaire. How are you doing tonight there, man? It was great hearing you on the International Radio Network thing. I think it was last Friday. Are you out there, Alaire?
I am, oddly enough. I'm surprised you called on me. I don't think I checked in. No worry, though. Good evening to you, Dick. And good evening, Wild the Neck, Y4SM here. Looks like there's a new tropical storm out there in the Atlantic, Tropical Storm Lee. Looks like it'll be making its way towards us within the next several days. It might strengthen all the way up to Category 5 hurricane. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye out on that. And as for us here in Virginia, we have some storm chances throughout the end of the week, starting tomorrow. And we have a marginal risk for severe weather on Friday. So yes, we'll have lots of storm chances coming up. It'll definitely help to cool things down. It was 96 for a high today. So definitely need to get things cooled off before the equinox arrives. That's for sure. Fly for us up. I'll be sticking around.
All right there, Alaire. I saw you connected through a link and thought I'd save you the trouble of trying to pile in here with the RF guys, who I'm about to call out. But let's see, I'm going to add Eric there too. KE8VZA, you're on the list there, buddy. Who else is out there? This is KD8SLG. I'm taking early check-ins and in-and-outs for the Beacon Net. It's going to start at the top of the hour. I'm listening.
Okay, let's see if I can get in here. WB8GKV, Ed in Wadsworth, checking in. Over. Kilo Alpha 8 Mike November Tango. I'll be in and out this evening.
D5 RBG, Shannon in Tulsa, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee November Juliet, John Norton.
W8SLG Justnik, is that like a beatnik? A Justnik? This is Kilo Echo 8 Mike Yankee, Chris in Amherst, staying awake as long as I can, KE8MMY.
AB8MO.
All right, I'm going to grab it there, man. What a great group of guys. Awesome. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, we picked up WB8GKB. Ed got you in there. KA8MNT was in and out. Tom, have a great night. We'll talk to you in the morning. KC5RVG. Buddy, Shannon, you sound tired. I'm going to put you in for the great state of Oklahoma. And I've been talking to you since 6 o'clock this morning. So get some sleep there, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I got KE8YNJ, John, and KE8MMY, Chris up at the top. Let's do another round of check-ins, and we'll see who's sticking around. This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
AB8MO is having connection problems.
AB8MO, I'm sorry. I heard you in there, and I moved the highlighter up to your name, and then I didn't follow my own highlighter. Hi, Andy. I'm glad you joined us. How you doing tonight?
All right, my clear node has gone kaput or something. I can't access it or anything, so I connected it to the local repeater here. Hopefully it'll hold out. Thanks for getting me in there, Nick. AB8MO, I'm here. A little late, but I'm here.
It's all good, man. Good to hear you for another time today. We got you in there. Thanks, Andy. All right, who else is out there? This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Echo Golf Hotel. I'll check in and out tonight.
Before I even check.
W8WKY.
All right, we added KE8EGH there, Kevin. Thanks, buddy. Got you in and out. And WB4AIZ with a recheck. I'm sorry, in and outs aren't allowed to recheck there, Chuck. Go ahead. What's up?
I wonder. I just listened to my PhD on the stream on the YouTube channel instead of the Facebook channel. I just wanted that I had made a mistake and wanted to wade. So, yep, just corrected my mistake. WB4AZ.
Okay there, Chuck. It's nice of WB8CXO to put us up on YouTube there pretty much every net. So if you want to see what you sound like, head over there to YouTube and listen in. All right, let's KE8QFT, Uncle Fred, I put you on the list. But let's work who we got here and see who's sticking around and who isn't. W3ETB. Eddie, good evening, buddy. Are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, Nick, I'll be here. You're hearing me. My headset got disconnected a few minutes ago, so I reconnected it, and hopefully I'm getting through. So I'll be around, and I want to hear the trivia question and give my back to you, Nick.
All right there, Eddie. I got you sticking around tonight. Good to hear you again today, buddy. Let's see if KE8BHQ is on his way home. Benjamin, are you mobile? All right, I'll take that as a no. Let's go. Keep going to Mark. KG4 SCK. How you doing tonight there, Mark? Are you sticking around for trivia?
Hey, good evening, Nick and everyone. Yes, sir, I was so proud of myself last night for getting the club trivia right. I'm going to roll the dice again tonight. KG4SCK back to KD8SLG.
All right there, Mark. We'll see what Mike has in store for us tonight, trivia-wise. Good to have you back in town, man. Going to clear with KG4SCK. Talk to Ray. K5CFY. It's been a few minutes there, Ray. How you doing tonight? You gonna stick around for trivia?
KD8SLG. This is K5CFY. Yes, sir. I plan on hanging around. Not sure I'll be awake, but I'm definitely going to hang around. So, anyway, have a great pre-net, and we'll wait for Mr. Dustin here at the top of the hour. K5CFY, back to you, Nick.
K5CFY, KD8SLG. You had a good afternoon this afternoon, Ray. I think you did as many as Dustin there the first hour, man. It was a good day on the Boredom Breaker net. Thanks to all the Ohio guys that were in there as well. Some of them are in here right now. Good to have you on board, Ray. Going to clear with K5CFY. Let's talk to Phil one more time. Hey there, Phil. I just want to make sure. Are you still awake and are you sticking around to talk to Dustin?
KD8SLG, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Absolutely. Looking forward to it, Nick. And hello to Andy and to Nick at night. And I hope you guys are feeling a lot better. WB3K.
All right, Phil. Get to talk to Dustin in a bit. That'll be good. Good to have you on board. Going to clear WV3K. Let's go south. All the way to Florida again. Wade, WD8MIU. How you doing tonight, Wade? Are you going to stick around for the really big show?
Well, say hi to everybody, Phil, and Chuck said hi to me. Say hi to back to him. Yeah, Nick, we're gonna stick around. I think wife's not home yet, but if there's some reason she would come in, and I'm talking to her, and I don't hear my call sign thrown out, then I'm talking to her. At any rate, back over to you. Have a good pre-net, and we'll be standing by. WD8MIU, Seminole, Florida.
Happy wife, happy life. That's what they tell me, Wade. All right, man. I got you sticking around for the big show. WB8CXO is in and out. Michael, thanks once again for the YouTube feed there. Let's go out and talk to Kelly out there in Tulsa. KC0 LRM. How you doing tonight, Kelly? Are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
Hey, Nick, thanks for getting me in there. Yep, I'm sticking around for the big show and wouldn't miss it. All right, y'all have a good one out there, and I'll catch you on down the log there, as Dustin would say.
All right, man. Yeah, Dustin will be taking over top of the hour. He'll be giving you a holler. KY4SM Alaire, you already said you were sticking around, but I'll say hi to you one more time there, man. Where did I say? Oh, I saw you on the International Radio Network. Yeah, there was a Graham last week. That was an interesting little adventure there. It's good to see you over there. You are sticking around, right, Alaire?
Yes, that's correct, Nick. I will be sticking around. KY4S.
All right, Alaire, going to clear with KY4SM. Let's talk to Eric real quick. KE8VZA. I think I've spoken to you already today, too, buddy. How you doing tonight, and are you sticking around for the big show?
KD8SLG in the pre-net. This is KE8VZA. Yes, I'm hanging around for the big show. Looking forward to it. KE8VZA back to pre-net control.
All right, man. You and your steed. Good to have you on board, Eric. Going to clear with K8VZA. Added KG5SYC, KF5ADE, Nick and Sandy, hello. N5GLO, Bill, you are on the list. And Tom, KE5NCP. Make me a Carmen Miranda balloon hat by the time I get down to you. Next up, we got WB8GKV. Ed, what's up, buddy? Are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
Well, there you go. We're coming back onto the actual antenna there this time, but the next time we'll try the link. Should work, though. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, we'll be sticking around and for the shoe there, trivia. So that's the story. We'll say good evening, everybody on the net there, listeners, and et cetera, scanners, whatever. And, yeah, we've been having quite a time trying to do some stuff there. We're making some headway there, but trying to get the tablet there is something going on. But anyway, I think we might have, I have a show running now, so I must be sort of in. I don't know what the heck is going on with that thing, but it asks for the ID over and over, and it's wrong half the time, and even though the thing's half working, so we don't know what's going on with that yet. Anyway, we'll be on there. We gotta see how Dustin's doing and all that stuff, and we'll turn it back to net control. But anyway, I know you're hearing me on this antenna, WB8GKV.
WB8GKV, KD8SLG. Sound great on that antenna there, Ed. Coming in loud and proud. Yeah, got you sticking around for trivia tonight. Thanks, buddy. Good to hear from you. We had K8MNT. Tom was in and out, as was KC5RBG. Let's go to KE8YNJ. John and Barberton. How are you doing tonight? You going to stick around and play trivia with us at the top of the hour?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG. This is KE8YNJ. Yes, planning on sticking around. When you've been stuck in Cleveland Clinic Neuro ICU since the 30th of August, there isn't a whole lot else to do out there. But anyways, yeah, we'll be hanging around, and we'll turn it back over to net control. This is KE8YNJ.
KE8YNJ, KD8SLG. It sounds like a harrowing experience, John, and hopefully we can be a little bit of a distraction for you tonight for a while anyway. Good to have you on board. Thanks for sticking around. Let's go up to Amherst, say hi to Chris, see if he's still awake. KE8MMY. Chris, are you still awake? And are you going to try to stick around? Is that what you said?
I'll try to stick around. We'll see how far we get. But, yeah, good to hear you. It's always, in the morning, I'm just busting to get to work and everything. So, nice to hear you in the afternoon and the evening here and all of that. And so, I'm eager to hear C. The answer is going to be C. That's what my answer is. I don't know what the question is yet, but the answer is C. K8MMY.
All right, if you don't answer later, we know you're asleep in the recliner, and your answer is C. I got it. Thanks for being here, Chris. We've been playing tag all day, man, since dark and early this morning. Good to hear you. Going to clear with K8MMY. This is the W8WKY repeater. This is the BeaconNet pre-show. I'm KD8SLG, and next on the list, we've got KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. Good evening, Uncle Fred. Are you sticking around for the big show?
I will indeed be hanging around to hear the trivia question. Let's see. Other than that, well, I'll just be here. That's about it. You know, I sliced my finger, last Friday. I was working in the deli, and I sliced like half a pound of honey ham along with part of my finger. So, I don't know how my finger tasted. So, in any event, I did something wrong, but I can't put my finger on it. K8QFT, back to pre-net.
Oh, I was waiting for a punchline there, Uncle Fred. I'd give you a hand, but I only got one. Good to hear you're sticking around there, Fred. I'm sorry about your finger. Going to clear with KE8QFT. Let's go out to Oklahoma and say hi to Tom. KE5NCP. Tom Allen's not here tonight, so I got to rub you the wrong way or something. How you doing tonight there, man? You going to stick around for trivia?
Good evening, Nick, you and everybody else. And, short answer is, we're going to stick around. And I have to tell you, though, that you're going to have to put an X in front of that animal balloon maker. I was, doing pretty good on those things, but here lately, the wife's decided that she's going to stick a pin in every one I make and let all the air out of it, so I've had to give up that profession. So just keep that in mind from now on. Going to have to find somebody else to make your balloons for you, Roger.
KE5NCP, KDSLG. Well, you were just when you were getting really good at it too, Tom. I guess you're just going to have to go back to, what was the first story Alan told me about you? Oh, that you were a tiger tamer in the circus and you had to retire because of a bad accident. That is the story that Alan told me about you before I knew Alan was Alan and before I knew you were you. What do you think of that?
Well, Nick, I have to say, I think I'm still retired from that, too. So, you can just put an X in front of all that. We'll leave it that way. Anyway, gosh, good to hear you in here tonight. Just finally got my antennas hooked back up. We didn't get home till late this evening, so I didn't even realize this was Wednesday night and the net was on until I hooked the antennas up, turned the radio on, and there you were. So anyway, good to hear you in here. We'll turn it back to you and let you get on with the pre-net. KE5NCP 73.
All right, well, you're sounding good there, Tom. So thanks for being here. Tiger Tamer as well. Clear with KE5NCP. Let's go out to Cibolo and talk to our friends Nick and Sandy. KG5SYC. Good evening, Sandy. How you doing? Sticking around for trivia?
This is KG5SYC and trivia. Oh, yes. And I just got to say hello to you, Nick. Generally, we don't get in here enough time to even say hi and bye. So we're hoping that you're doing well. And we've got a third-party background interjection going. So we have third-party traffic, but only in Bow Wow talk. So he might even answer trivia. Who knows? And so we'll touch more on when Dustin hits the big show. So I don't know if Nickelodeon has anything he wants to add to it, but this is KG5SYC. Back to you, Net Control.
Well, Miss Sandy, we are very pet-friendly here on the Beacon Net, so they're more than welcome. And Dustin's dog, Lucille, she loves my voice, so maybe we can get her howling before it starts. Let me say hi to Nick there, KF5ADE. Nick, How you doing tonight? What's going on there, sir?
Good evening, Al. And yeah, we're here and we're ready for the show and do the trivia. And best guess gets it. So regarding the third-party traffic of the pet side, we'll see what happens. You never know. Sometimes you can wind that dog up and he just goes crazy, and sometimes you can't. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes for the rest of it. But nonetheless, we're here and we're looking forward to it. KF5 AD back to net control.
KF5ADE, Nick. Great to hear you there, sir. There were a couple of folks asking about you on the blue screen on the Boredom Breaker net. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but you should check in there some afternoon if you can and say hi to the folks. They miss you. Good to hear you out there, Nick, and I'll try not to get your pup too wound up. Got you sticking around. Let's talk to Bill. N5GLO out there in Oakhurst, Texas. Bill, how you doing tonight? Are you stick around for trivia? N5GLO. Bill, where'd you go?
Sorry about that. I had a couple things fall down around me here. I'm also winding up a local net that I'm on. But I'm here and I plan to try to stick around. Just nothing special going on for me, just getting on some nets. N5GLO.
All right there, Bill. I'm very familiar with net hopping. I am. KC8FQV taught me how to do it. Where is Mark? Is he connected yet? There he is. Mark is connected. Mark, I got you on the list there, buddy. KC8FQV. You're going to round me out tonight for the pre-show. All right, I got you sticking around there, Bill. Good to have you on board. Mark, you're on board. It's the top of the hour. It's time for me to hand this over. I want to thank everybody who was here for the pre-show tonight. 29 pre-checks. That's not a bad evening to start with. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airways, though. This is KD8SLG, KD8EPC. Light them up. Take it away, Dustin.
All right. Thank you there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control this evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. All-star node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Dewdrop Inn, and various other repeaters throughout the country, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say or call phonetically, followed by alphabetically in your name and location.
Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra, AA 8 CS, Gary in Fairlawn.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Oscar Yankee, KE8QOY, Joe, Youngstown, Ohio.
So 8, Clark from in. I just want to say good evening to everybody. I hope everyone had a nice holiday weekend. Got to enjoy family, friends, food, and fun. I'm not going to be sticking around for the net. I have a couple of spoons of pumpkin ice.
Kilo Charlie 8 Echo Echo Yankee KC8 EEY Dave from East Sparta.
Kilo 8 Papa Julie Whiskey J8 PJW Philip in Twinsburg.
All right, let me hold it up right there. We have AA8CS Gary, we have KQOY Joe, we have NAPZD Clark was in and out. Good to hear you, Clark. We have K8YUK Lucy, we have KC8EY Dave, we have K8PJW Phil. All right, we got a pretty good list of check-ins here, so we're going to go up here and talk to, let's see, KQWE Mike for our trivia this evening. Mike, what do you have for us?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. This one's about dogs. In 2023, what is the most popular dog breed in the U.S.? A. Golden Retriever. B. Labrador Retriever. C. French Bulldog. D. German Shepherd. Again, in 2023, what is the most popular dog breed in the U.S.? A. Golden Retriever. B. A Labrador Retriever. C. French Bulldog. D. German Shepherd. Now don't go and look this up, so we have to make it fair here. So with that being said, this is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you there, Mike, for the wonderful trivia question, and we're going to think about it and maybe cheat off of somebody after we hear some answers there. So let's see, let's go to the top of the list here, and we're going to start tonight with W3ETV. Eddie, second time today, how are you?
Yeah, Dustin, it's always a pleasure to be two in one day. So. And as far as the trivia, I didn't do my answer because I know we got quite a few people there to go through. And I'm going to be doing some work in a few minutes at the computer. So let's see. French Bulldogs are very popular. So I think that was the answer C, if I'm correct. So I'll begin with the French Bulldog, whatever answer that was. I thought it was. And I'll go ahead and say 73. And have a great evening there, Dustin and Nick, and all the other beacon netters. We'll talk to you all later. W3TV, back in that.
All right there, Eddie. Well, great to hear you out there. We got you down for answer C, and it's always a pleasure to have you. We certainly appreciate you taking time out of your evening to be here. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and we look forward to hearing you down the log. Let's go talk to Ben now. K8BHQ, good evening.
K8BHQ. How's it going, Dustin? I'm doing pretty good. I got my mobile up and running in the truck now, so hopefully it's going to come through pretty clear. As for trivia tonight, I'm going to go with Bravo B. I don't have a dog. I've got a lot of fish, but I know a lot of people with dogs, so that's about all I have, so I'll give it back to Net Control. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben. Well, we got you down for answer B this evening, and it's good to hear you out there, my friend. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go talk to Mark now, KG4SCK. Been a while, my friend. How you doing?
Hey, good evening, Dustin and everyone. Doing fantastic. Glad to be in Ohio. Had to run down to the other side of Atlanta, visit stepmom for a while. That was nice. Here's a possible Rain-X commercial. I've been using it for years. And with the way the holding moisture now. It's really holding rain and dumping it on us. Drove through downtown Atlanta. Thank gosh I had the Rain-X on. The Garmin was arguing with the Android Auto on which way to go. Garmin said go around Atlanta. The Android Auto said no, there's a traffic jam, go through Atlanta, with these buckets of rain pouring down. And Rain-X got me through it. But be careful with it because it's pretty caustic. You leave it on a rag, that rag will disintegrate. You get it on a cardboard box, it looks like it was burned after a while. So there's my Rain-X commercial for you for the Lee hurricane coming at us. The answer to the trivia question, I'm going to go with Golden Retriever. KG4SDK back to net control.
All right there, Mark. Well, we're glad to have you back here in Ohio. And, oh, man, the Rain-X commercial. So there you go. We got you down for answer A. We'll say 73, and we're glad that you're back. Let's see. Let's go talk to Mr. Ray, one of the wonderful net controllers for the Board and Breaker Net. K5CFY, how are you?
Kitty 8 EPC and the net. This is K5CFY. Well, right off the bat, I'm going to throw out, I think Basset Hound ought to be in there somewhere. Fred's a Basset Hound, but I'm going to go with B for the beacon net there. But anyway, my guess will be Bravo. And let's see, don't really have anything else. Yeah, this is my fifth net today, too, as well. So we're doing pretty good, Dustin. Give it back to you. Get a lot more check-ins there. And I'll say 73, everybody. K5CFY.
All right there. We got you down for B there, Ray. And you give old Fred a scratch on the ears for us. He's a good boy there. So, but yeah, we're glad to be here. And 5 nets in one day is a record for me. I don't usually check into that many. So there you go. Ray, we'll say 73 to you. And for anybody who doesn't know, Ray is one of the wonderful net controls for the Board and Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on All-Star Node 49562 and Echo Link N5XQK-R. 73 to you, Ray. Have a great evening, and we look forward to hearing you down the log. All right, let's go down now and talk to WV3K. Phil, how are you?
K88 EPC net control. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Dustin. It's good to hear your voice, and I hope everything's going much better with your back, and that the pain level is reasonably under control. I know you've been really suffering with that for a good time now. So anyhow, I hope get some good feedback on that tonight. And as far as the trivia question, Charlie Bones was my first dog. He was a beagle. I know what you call, I guess, a full bred. And I didn't really give a darn about the AKA or SKA, whatever they call those papers for the beagle or any dog. When you fall in love with a certain dog, any dog actually, it doesn't matter. Not the same thing as like with cats. The cats, they don't measure up to it as to have like a dog. They really connect with people from the heart. And but Charlie Bones, Bonesy was really a special dog to me, and I'm going to go with a beagle, right or wrong. And I miss him so, and I still love him very much, even though he's not in my presence. So anyway, that's who I'm going to. That's what I'm going to select for Charlie Bones. So anyway, back to you, Dustin, and thank you very much. Hopefully everyone's doing well. And if not, know that I pray for all of you and care with much love in my heart. With that, God bless you all. And 73, this is WV3K, back to net control, K88BC. Dustin, take it away.
All right there, Phil. WV3K. Well, it's wonderful to hear you out there tonight, and great to hear you. We got you in for Beagle. I don't think that was one of the answers, but we're putting you in there anyway, because who doesn't like a good Beagle? So great to hear you out there. You have yourself a great evening, and we're hanging in there with the back. You know, same old, same old. So we'll say 73 for now, and you have yourself a great evening. Let's go down to Florida and talk to Warm Weather Wade, WD8MIU. How are you?
Waiting for my personal identifier to stop. We're doing fine. Nice hearing you second time today, and others that I heard earlier today. I don't know. I like Ray's answer. B for BNet, because I have no clue. So I'm going to go with B. Other than that, not much going on. Just another day in paradise. So back over to you, Dustin. Have a good net there, and thanks for doing it. WD8MIU.
All right there, WD8MIU. Well, great to hear you twice in one day, and we've got you down for answer B this evening. So you stay safe out there and enjoy the probably warm evening there. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there real soon. Let's go over to Oklahoma now and talk to Kelly, KC0LRM. How you doing?
Hey, Dustin, everybody out there on the net. Hope everybody's doing good. I think I'm going to kind of stick with the crowd there. I think B is my answer on the trivia question. Of course, you know, I agree with the previous guy there that said, you know, any dog that's yours is should be on the list. So, but I'm going to go with B, and that's about all I got. And everybody have a good day out there. Here on here next time. All right, I'll let you get on down the list. KC0LRM clear, and thanks for running that.
All right there, Kelly. We got you down for answer B this evening, and we certainly appreciate you stopping by there, my friend. So we'll say 73 for now, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go talk to Alaire now, KY4SM. Good evening. All right, one more time, KY4SM. Alaire, are you there? All right, maybe we'll try him again there in a minute. K8VZA, Eric, take it away.
KD8EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA. How you doing there, Dustin? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing well. Had a good weekend. Family and friends over Sunday. Recovery on Monday. Oh, prep on Saturday, of course. But it was all good. Had a good time. For the trivia question, I'm going to go with Charlie for French Bulldog. And we're speaking about pets. You know, the experts say that it's good for a pet's well-being, you know, to let them sleep in bed with you at night. Well, I don't know if they're right or not. I woke up this morning and my goldfish was dead. So I don't think they're right. On a more positive note, our 14-year-old Puggle has seemingly recovered from her bout of pancreatitis. She's back to her old self, good bounce in her step, you know, begging for any food that she happens to see on her radar screen. So that's a good thing. So anyway, thanks Dustin, Nick, Mike, and the crew for running the net. And everyone have a great Friday and a great weekend. This is KE8VZA. Back to you, Justin. Or Dustin. I'm sorry, Dustin.
All right there, Eric. We got you down for answer C, and it's great to have you out there with us this evening. We'll say 73 to you for now, and we're going to go down here to Ed, WB8GKV. Take it away.
Well, I'm coming back on the link, but it should be working okay, supposedly. So there you go. Let me see here. Let me do this. This is WB8GKV in Wadsworth. And I'll take Alpha for the retriever. One thing about the golden retriever, they're really good good with kids. I was reading about it, and I know that the kids can sit on the dog, step on their foot, and the dog don't seem to care. They're kind of rugged-boned dog and real friendly. And you don't get bit by the golden retriever unless very often anyway. So I'll pick the golden retriever. There's many, many dogs, and I hate to pick one kind. There's many, many, many. So there you go. And with that, I'm hoping I'm getting in there. I should be. It's 30 watts tonight. But anyway, gosh, we've been having trouble. I can't even get the typewriter right. I get to push a button to the left. I got to learn a lot of stuff on that thing. I don't get the at sign with the letters, and everybody, we put everything in. When it used to work, I'm getting worse operating that thing. I'm getting troubles I never had. But for some reason, I got the wrong keyboard, and I couldn't seem to get the right one. But we've already typed all that stuff in, and gotten it where it's okay, and watched part of the movie, and then it still don't work. So I don't know what's going on. But somebody else is probably going to have to fool with that fool thing. I just, I don't know. I have to get a book on stuff where I can read different things, keyboards and, things. I did learn that you put, comp has a dot in it, com, and not to put a dot and then put com because it's .com. But since I learned that, everything else has gotten worse. So that's my story on the sort of a saga there. But anyway, good to hear you, Dustin, and so on and so forth. And let's see, what else is there? Nothing much. That's the only thing I've been thinking about, fooling around. Whenever I get a few minutes, that is. But I'm done with fooling around for a while with that thing. We'll say good evening to everybody, and give me a report if I did come in okay tonight. I never know how this thing works. Usually it comes in okay. Back to net control. W8GKV.
W8WKY.
All right there, Ed. Well, we got you down for A, and hopefully we can get your tablet figured out there one step at a time. So there you are. Hopefully you got something to watch for now. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's go talk to John, KE8YNJ. Good evening.
Good evening, Dustin. And this is KE8YNJ. I'm going to choose answer C for French Bulldog. But really, the only language we speak here is Irish Setter. So you don't see many of those around, but yeah, that's just what we go for. So, real quick, Ed, you could tell the guys on dot 135 that I made it through the procedure. That'd be cool. I'll probably be off that net for another week or so, at least. But anyways, yeah, we're just making the Cleveland Clinic some money up here, and they seem to be taking pretty good care of our situation. So with that, we're going to send it back over to net control. This is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee November Juliet.
All right there, John. Well, I'm glad things went well and you're healing well up there, and hopefully you'll be home sooner than later. We got you down for answer C, my friend. We'll say 73, and best wishes to you there. Let's go down and talk to K8MMY. Chris, how you doing? All right, one more time, K8MMY. Chris, are you still with us, or did you fall asleep? All right, he probably fell asleep, so we got him down for answer C there. And that brings me down to Uncle Fred, K8QFT. Take it away.
Oh, Dustin, thanks to everyone who makes this net possible, puts their time into it. I'm just sitting here watching the American Cornhole League Women's Championship. I'm telling you, it's exciting. It's almost as exciting as curling. You know, it's kind of like hockey. You know, as far as the excitement level. Oh boy, and horseshoes is right up there too. But really not much to say. That's why I'm talking about cornhole. Now I would say the answer to trivia would be Alpha. The golden retriever, although all them dogs, you know, I like. Now the German Shepherd, you know, he's very protective. Well, other than that, not much to say. I hope your back's doing better, Dustin, and back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. We got you down for answer A this evening, and we're hanging in there. Back still hurts, but you know what it is. We're doing what we can. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there later on. K5NCP, Tom, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening, Dustin, everybody else on the net tonight. Excuse me. It's a bit interesting trivia question there. You know, if you lived out here where I do, you'd swear up and down it had to be the German Shepherd, because I think everybody that I know that seems to live around here has a German Shepherd. So, that's something else. But anyway, I just so happened that I was watching an AKC dog show on TV the other day, and the winner of that dog show was a French Bulldog, and they said a comment about it then that mentioned that it was becoming the most popular dog breed around this year. So I'm going to go with C, French Bulldog, based on that, because, like I said, if I looked out the door, I'd have to go with German Shepherd, but based on the AKC show that I watched, I'm going to go with a French Bulldog. So my answer to the trivia is C as in Charlie. Anyway, not much else going on here. We just had our antennas unhooked for a while and finally got them hooked back up late this evening, and lo and behold, there was a net. So it took me a minute to even figure out what net it was. So been so long since I've had the radio turned on. Anyway, good to hear everybody in here tonight. It's always interesting on the Beacon Net. So 73 to everybody. This is K5NCP, back to net control.
All right there, Tom. Well, thanks so much for joining us, my friend. We got you down for answer C there, and glad you got your radios hooked back up. That had to be a bummer having them off. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go over to Texas now and talk to KG5SYC. Miss Sandy, how you doing?
This is KG5SYC. We're doing pretty good. We had just a outright lazy day. Didn't have the grandkids, except for the grandpup, which is at the moment basically living with us while his mama and daddy and family has got air conditioning problems. He's here at a nice, cool residence and people that love him and give him treats, and he thinks it's just the best. When the family comes over, he kind of mopey and discerned, because they come and they leave him here. But a few treats here and there really stirs him up. So he's our pet dog for half the time, and mom and dad the rest of the time. other than that, not a whole lot going on here. Actually kind of boring, especially with the grandsons not around to chase after. But that, as far as trivia, well, a lot of times I'll vote for the underdog because usually the underdog is sometimes the right answer. And I know a lot of people that have labs, golden retrievers, and German shepherds, but a French bulldog, I don't know. It just sounds odd. And knowing Mike, he would throw all these other good breeds into the correct breed to make that throw everybody off. So I'm going to go with C for Cibolo, and we'll go with that. And even though Alan doesn't have his trivia question, Colonel Cornwall has to be the answer for his, regardless of whether he's got one or not. This is KG5SYC, back to net control.
All right there, Miss Sandy. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We certainly do appreciate it. And you give the Grand Pup some ear scratches for us. Sounds like you're going to have a nice pet dog there for a little while anyway to babysit, so that's cool. Great to have you with us tonight. We got you down for C for Cibolo, and now we're going to go down and we're going to talk to Nickelodeon KF5ADE. How you doing?
KF5ADE. Good evening, y'all. This is Nickelodeon. So, at any rate, Sandy's trying to convince the dog to get up and get some third-party traffic in here, but you ought to see this lazy dog. He's just all stretched out. So, yeah, the whole thing has gone to the dogs. And like Sandy said, it's been a very quiet day today. I've been upstairs puttering around in the nook, playing with my little electrons and chips and old things like that. So that's what I've been occupying my time with, and let Sandy watch her television programs. So that's what we've been doing for us. And as to the trivia question, we're going to have to go ahead and I think go with A, Alpha, because I just can't imagine a French bulldog. No, I don't think so. No. So at any rate, we're just going to go that one. Now, if you would have put a Sheltie in there, Sandy and I both would have definitely gone for the Sheltie, but Sheltie was not part of the mix, so...
But Shelties aren't that known either, so...
Well, I don't know. At any rate, let me let you this thing drop before I get diddled on. KF5AD 73, back to net control.
All right there, Nickelodeon. We got you down for answer A this evening, and it's okay to have a quiet day. Get to rest a little bit and enjoy yourself. So we'll say 73. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We certainly do appreciate it, and we look forward to hearing you down the log real soon. All right, we're going to stay in Texas, and we're going to go talk to N5GLO. Bill, how you doing?
N5GLO over there, doing well this evening. After all, it's down in the 80s already here. It's cooling off. Had a pretty good day. As far as the trivia goes, it's probably something silly like that French bulldog, but I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to give it that much credit. I'd like to say it was the German Shepherd myself, because not only do a lot of people I know have them, but, so many police forces and things like that do use them for certain things, but they probably don't count them and stuff like popular dogs. Around here, the next one that's the most popular would be, in this part of the world anyway, would be the Golden Retriever. A lot of people think it has a slightly better personality than the, I can't think of the other one I haven't said than the other retriever, but I don't think there's a whole lot of difference. Any dog that's raised well has a good personality, and any dog that's raised badly has a bad personality. So, and that's the biggest problem there. People, like, one piece of interesting trivia about the German Shepherd that a lot of people don't realize that I'll go ahead and mention believe it or not, it developed in the same part of the world that the French Poodle did. So when the German Shepherd developed there, that part of the world was under control of Germany. When the French Poodle became popular from there, that part of the world was controlled by France. And believe it or not, the true French Poodle is a working breed. I'll give it that. It's a full size. It's a big dog, the full size of it. Anyway, I'm going away. So back at you inside GLO.
All right there, Bill. We got you down for answer A, and thank you for the interesting tidbit. That was definitely a little bit of cool information there. So thanks so much for joining us, my friend. Man, sounds like it is cooling off. We have a 72 and partly cloudy according to my computer here. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's talk to Mark, KC8FQV. Take it away.
All right, KC8FQV. Well, on the dog question, I guess it's going to be Golden Retriever. I thought it might have been the French Bulldog, but we'll say the Golden Retriever, I guess. For Laura. Yeah, I've been net hopping today, and I'm doing a Zoom meeting right now with a group out in California from Puget Sound. So everything is going good. So well, I'm going to say Golden Retriever, and we'll send it back to net, and I guess we'll see. Oh, let me do that. All right, I'll do that. Yeah, but everything else is going good, you know, so we'll see maybe in a week or two at the holiday party. We don't want to push it. Yeah, who was saying out North Coast today, we don't need to push SW. Yeah, that's what he's going to have to do, so we don't want to push it. So we want to stay in this weather. Although today I was like swimming in my clothes. It was so hot. So let's send it back your way. But I'm going to say Golden Retriever, Alpha. KC8FQV.
All right there, Mark. Will you enjoy your Zoom meeting? And we've got you down A for Alpha. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you down the log. Now we're going to go talk to our fearless leader, AA8CS. Gary, take it away.
Oh, wow. I get to talk to... Wow, thank you. Thank you very much, Dustin. You are a heck of a guy. Heck of a guy. Anyway, okay, as far as the trivia question is concerned, I'm thinking... I got to tell you, my neighbor has a French Bulldog, and that is the cutest little... Well, he's little, but he weighs 5,000 pounds. That little ball of fur is one big muscle, and that is what you get. Anyway, so I'm going to go with the Frenchie. I got to go with the Frenchie. They're very chic, and probably very much in, I don't know, you know, it's the puppy they have. However, I do really think that raised Basset Hound should be considered minimally as a runner-up. I mean, I'm thinking there's nothing better than an old hound dog. Hound dogs are fabulous. The problem with hound dogs is that, like what Ray does, you know, you take them out and walk them and all that stuff. You gotta let them go. You gotta let them get out there and sniff and smell and you know, kick up a rabbit or two. And anyway, so I'm gonna go with Frenchie only because of how chic Frenchies are. But man, I gotta tell you, don't throw them in a swimming pool. Their head weighs more than the rest of their body. Do love those guys, though. They are cute. All right. With that, I want to say hello to Ray and of course Nick, and just everyone else, and you too, Dustin. Oh my goodness, how could I leave you out? All right. I have survived beer night again, and here I am. With that, let me turn it back to net control. And whatever the letter was for Frenchies, that's where I'm going to land. This is AA8CS. Back to you, Dustin, KD8 EPC.
All right, AA8CS. This is KD8 EPC. Well, we've got you down for answer C this evening, and I'll tell you what, my answer tonight is going to be old Fred. Ray's hound dog there, because I met old Fred. He is a good dog, so there you go. We're glad you survived beer night, and we're really glad to have you here on the Beacon Net. It is always a pleasure. So, Gary, we'll say 73 for now. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk to you there again real soon. Let's go down now and talk to Lucy, K8YUK. Good evening.
Good evening, Dustin and everyone on the net. This is KE8YUK. Man, today, so far, September has been a blur. We spent the weekend, I say we, it was mostly Josh, poor guy, suffering. And I don't say that sarcastically. He had to take out this big old concrete pad. It was about 16 by 8 feet, 8 inches deep, with a 90-pound jackhammer, and he is still recovering, but I'll leave that more to his story than mine, because I was driving around Ohio, getting a dump trailer, and returning the hammer when we were done with it, so I was mostly driving around with Betty, just having a grand old time in the air conditioning, while he was slaving away. So that was a long weekend, but yesterday I got to join the Board and Breaker Net again for first time in what feels like a long time, and that was nice to hear everybody, and I got to laugh a good amount of times. It felt good to be back. As far as my trivia answer goes, I'm going to go with, I had it written down over at my computer, but that's a long way away. I think it was B for Labrador Retriever. Okay, I'm going to go with B. I'm going to pause for time real quick just in case. And I'm back. I grew up with, I say grew up, I was, how far are we apart? 10 years old? Wow. When we got our first family dog, my dad had a dog growing up, but then he went a while without one because my mom wasn't a huge fan, and then she had 6 kids, at that time 5, and was nervous when my dad would go out late for hockey games, and we had the chance to get a dog, so we had an Australian Shepherd who was just a grouch, did not like kids that much, tolerated us, but growled all the time. So he got along real well with my own dad. We still joke about that, and he's 14 now, the dog, not my dad. That would be weird. But he still growls, and he's pretty forgetful, but he's okay. But I wanted to address something Eric said about how there's been some study about sleeping with your pets. Sir, I own a green-cheeked conure. I have made the attempt to have him sit on the bed of my loft bed back when I was single. Let me tell you something. Not an experience to be repeated. And yet I did. Poorly. Multiple times. Don't know why. So now I'm trying to find a better home for him because I don't need him to take up the space in my house for the amount of work he's giving me. I have a baby. She's a lot cuter. She's going to visit me in the nursing home. Cricket's going to be dead. Like, if we're being realistic, this bird, he's got a lot of attitude sometimes. He forgets how little he is. So, I'm sure I could go on and on and on and on, but for now, I will pass it back to Net and apologize for being late to the party because did not realize my computer was showing the wrong time, which means I kept Betty up way later than I should have. But, live and learn. With that, good night, God bless, and may you all have more sanity than myself.
All right there, Lucy. We got you down for answer B there, and I got a good laugh out of all. Insanity. You're at the wrong place if you're looking for sanity. This is definitely not the spot. We'll say 73 to you. Get little Betty there to bed, and we'll catch you all down the log. K8VKA, Josh, take it away.
KD8EPC, K8VK. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Nick. Hey, everybody. Good to hear you all in there. Thanks for picking me up from NetLogger. I'm going to go with Bravo for my answer. Or, wait a minute. Which one was the French? Whichever one was the French one. Let's do whatever the... I think it was the Bulldog. Yeah, French Bulldog. So we'll go with Charlie. Yeah, it was a good, productive weekend. Like Lucy said, got the concrete patio broken up, got it all hauled away. I got the last load of concrete dumped today. I figured out how much dirt 5 yards of dirt is. It's too much. I got too much. Too much fill dirt. If anybody needs a little dirt, let me know. Anyways, yeah, that was a little bit more than my Forerunner could pull, but we made it home. Thankfully, we were only 10 minutes from the Brimfield aggregate where I picked it up. But yeah, just working. Was happy to have a 4-day weekend. Took Friday off to get some of the projects done. Got the new dishwasher installed in the kitchen on Monday. So we're getting somewhere with the house, and yeah, we figured out why the basement wall leaks after we took that patio out. The rebar for the patio, they put it into the wall, and instead of punching a 1/4 inch hole to set the rebar in there, they punched a tennis ball sized hole. So no, she's still mad about it. So I gotta fix that with some hydraulic cement. But after that, that should fix our problem. So happy about that. Hope you're doing all right, Dustin. Good to hear you. And I'll turn it back to you. Have a good night, everybody. 7-3 from K8VK.
All right there, Josh. Well, 5 yards of dirt is a lot, but glad you made it back and got it in there and got all your projects done. It sounds like, yeah, a little hydraulic cement fixes almost anything. If you squint, it's mint, high. 73, my friend. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go talk to David now. KC8EEY, how are you?
Good evening, Dustin and the group. Somebody said a little earlier that a French Bulldog is cute. I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And that as unlikely as that's the answer, I'm going to go with that answer. I just have a hard time believing in anything that leaves that much drool behind is a good pet, and people desire that. To be honest with you, when my kids were very young, I didn't like them very much because they drooled too much. Okay, not much to say here. We'll turn it back to the net. This is KC8EEY.
All right there, Dave. Well, thanks for joining us, and you're sounding great tonight. We got you down for answer C there, and yeah, dogs drool, kids drool, part of life, high. 73, my friend, have a great evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's go talk to Phil now, K8PJW, good evening. K8PJW, Phil, are you still with us? All right, nothing heard. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list and looking for check-ins. Please call now.
K88GKG. November Tango 8 Delta NTAD, Dave in Copley, Ohio.
Hey, here is Whiskey 8 Delta Echo Charlie, Matt in the Mobile, Orwell, Ohio.
Kilo 1 Romeo Kilo Whiskey from Orlando, Florida, via Echolink.
All right, we got a nice orderly list there. I have KA8GKG John. I have NT8D Dave. I have W8DEC Matt in the mobile. And that last station, would you come back one more time? I missed your call there. The one station.
Yeah, this is Kilo 1 Romeo Kilo Whiskey from Orlando, Florida. My name is in Orlando, and via Echolink.
All right, we got you that time. Kilo 1 Romeo Kilo Whiskey. I missed the Romeo there. Scott, we got you, and we'll get right back to you. All right, let's go talk to our mobile station first. W8DEC, go ahead.
Well, good evening to you and everybody on the net. Here is Whiskey 8 Delta Echo Charlie. Again, the name here is Matt. I'm here in Orwell, which is in the bottom of Ashtabula County, coming in through the W8OKE 147.015 repeater in Newberry. I have no idea what net this is. I just happened to turn the radio on, and there you folks were, so I figured I'd jump in, check in, say hello. But just got back from a medical call and a medical emergency that we responded to, so took care of that and transported the patient to the hospital and just cleared that and just on my way home, so figured I'd jump in and say hello. W8DEC, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right there, Matt. Well, thanks for stopping by and joining us. You're on the Beacon Net, and we're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so come back and join us when you can. We'll say 73 to you for now, and you mobile safely out there. Let's go back to the top and talk to John, KA8GKG. Good evening.
Good evening, Dustin, and hello to everyone listening. It's been a while since I've been on the 3.9 machine and checked in, so I'm glad to be able to get in here tonight. I've had 3 days off work, which is unusual for me. I'm saying 3 in a row. Usually I get 2 off and then 1 on and then 2. I'm not complaining. It's just nice to have 3 days off. And it's been nice and hot. I love the weather. I think it's going to change going into tomorrow and Friday, but I got some work done on the station. I got a proper station ground system put in. I finally grounded all my radios to the common point ground outside. And I finished that job today. And that's nice. I can't tell any difference in performance, but at least it's done. And it's just, stuff to do with ham radio and playing around in the radio room, which I'd like doing. Anyway, looking forward to the picnic coming up here later this month, and I plan to be there. I think I have to sign up for it yet. But I'll do that real soon. But not much else to report. It's good talking with you, Dustin, as always. So back to you. From KA8GKG 73.
All right there, John. Well, it's great to have you with us. It has been a while since we've heard you here on the 3.9, so thanks for stopping by with us. And we just signed up for the picnic today, so we should be there. We'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go talk to Dave now. NT8D, how you doing?
Good evening there, Dustin, and everybody on the Beacon Net. I'm doing okay. Just wrapping up the day. Just got home. We had our jam session over at Jilly's from 7 to 10 tonight, and we had a pretty good crowd. Had 4 or 5 guys sit in with the group, and including a bass player. So I got a break on the 3rd set, which is kind of nice. I was kind of getting blisters on my fingers. Kind of needed that a little bit. So it was nice to take a little bit of break, but it was a good group, and had a lot of fun. And listened to the net on the way back home from Akron, and figured I'd fire up the rig, have a nightcap, and say hello to everybody. So nice to be able to check in on the Beacon net. I'm usually not up this late, but it's been a great addition to the ham radio community around here. So thank you guys very much. I'll throw it on back to you there, Dustin, KD80 ECP. I'm sorry, I always mess up your call. EPC? It's late. I need another drink. NTAD, back to you.
All right there, NTAD. Well, I'm glad you had a good jam session this evening and got yourself a little bit of a break. And it's always a pleasure to have you with us. I know we don't usually get you on the Beacon net, so we're glad you were able to make it tonight. And we look forward to hearing you again there real soon. Dave will say 73, and have a drink for me. We'll catch you there down the log, my friend. All right, let's go to the bottom of the list now. Last but not least, K1RKW. Scott, take it away.
Well, hello. This is K1RKW down here from Orlando, Florida. Believe it or not, it's been about more than 5.5 years since I've actually been on the net. I actually got my FCC license out of sheer boredom, but was very interested in ham radio long ago. I used to live in the Dallas, Texas area, and I had a lot of fun. I actually participated in a lot of nets and a lot of opportunities where we would have activities, and I would actually help participate with manning water stations during marathons or certain points around the city whenever they had big events going on, and it was quite a bit of fun. But I moved out here to Orlando, Florida, and I never really got my radio and stuff set up. However, things are changing. I've got a house, and I've got an office where I have all my radio equipment, and I'm getting it set back up. I've actually got a 6-foot fiberglass antenna being delivered in the next few days. So I'm pretty excited to get that all hooked back up. And as a member of the Civil Air Patrol, I'm definitely finding out that you never really know which one of these storms is going to blow through here. The last one that came through, it was okay. The North Panhandle of Florida actually took a pretty good little hit. But Central Florida, we just got a lot of rain and a little bit of wind, so it wasn't much. Right now we have Hurricane Lee, or I guess it's Tropical Storm Lee. It's going to become a hurricane, I guess. I don't know which one's which. It's making its way here, so we should expect this weekend to be the last decent weekend before we get hammered again. It's hard to tell with some of these storms, but with the waters being as warm as they are, it's definitely wonderful to have your skills kind of up to speed and know that that radio might just be the thing to kind of get some communication out when communication is definitely down. That's one of the things I can definitely say about Florida is that we definitely do pretty well on the infrastructure side. We have good drainage. We have good power lines. Pretty much everything good all the way around. We don't really get too many blurps and bumps, but then again, most people down here also have a kind of a way of life going about them. For the most part, people around here will stock up on water, paper, food about a week or so in advance for the storms, and that's just how it goes. So I imagine this weekend will also be a big stock-up weekend for a lot of individuals here in Florida. But in the meantime, I'm really glad to be back up on the net. So I don't really know any of you folks, but it is interesting. It's kind of like really warming and comforting whenever I fired up Echo Link and I was able to remember my password from about 6 years ago. So I punched that sucker in, and I was back up on the net, and I thought, well, let me give that a shot after I get home from work. And so that's what I'm doing with you fine folks today, is just trying to enjoy a little bit of the net time. So
All right, K1RKW, I think we lost you. Are you still there? All right, well, Scott, K1RKW, if you're still listening, welcome to the Beacon Net. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8 WKY repeater, and that's All-Star Node 48496 and Echolink W8 WKY-R. We welcome you back into the hobby, and we welcome you here to the Beacon Net anytime. Let's see, you stay safe there, and hopefully the hurricanes go around you like the last one, and all will be well. But come back and visit us. Like I said, we're here every Sunday and Wednesday, so we'll say 73T and have a great evening. All right, this is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list and looking for check-ins. Please call now.
KD9WIG, Justin, Indiana.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AR 5Q, Jerison, Tulsa.
Doubled. This is Robert, Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee in Sydney.
All right, we picked up several there. We have KD9WIG, Justin. We have AI5Q, Jairus, and we have VK2DY, Robert. Let's take it right off the top here with KD9WIG, Justin. Good evening. How you doing?
W8WKY. Doing pretty good. This is my first time on Echo. I think I lost you there. Doing pretty good. I'm up here in central Indiana. This is my first time on the Echo Link, and I was just kind of fooling around with it and trying to find somebody to talk to and started listening to you guys, and it's pretty interesting.
Well, we're glad to have you with us this evening. This is the Beacon Net. We're out of Doylestown, Ohio on the W8 WKY repeater. So we're glad to have you with us. What node are you, what Echo Link are you coming through on?
It says the dewdrop in. I'm talking through my phone on the Echo Link app. It says the dewdrop in. Below that it says KG4DDI-L conference.
Very good. Yeah, the Dewdrop In carries our net every Sunday and Wednesday. So we're glad to have you with us this evening, and we welcome you back anytime. As I said, we're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Do you have anything else for the net this evening?
I do not. I appreciate the warm welcome, and I'll see if I can't get back in here on Sunday or Wednesday and catch you guys again. KD9WIG, and I'll be clear.
All right, 73T, my friend. Thanks for joining us, and come back and visit when you can. We'll say 73, and we're going to go over to Tulsa and talk to a good friend of the net, AI5Q, Jairus. How you doing?
Never fails. When it's my turn, my node ID goes off. There you go. But anyway, good to hear you out there. I wanted to check in and say hello for the second time today. Got to talk to you earlier today on the Boredom Breaker Net, and just wanted to say hi and let you know everything's going well. I spent most of the net on a phone call with somebody to do with Cub Scouts, trying to straighten out some awards and stuff for kids coming up. Make sure everything was copacetic there. So I kind of missed the trivia question and answer, which is fine. Not a big deal. I just have been kind of having you guys in the background a little bit, but been focusing on Cub Scouts for the time being, and finally got free of the phone call, so figured I'd check in and say hello. So just know I miss talking with you on the regular, and I'm going to try and do a little bit better about it. So there you go. KDA, EPC, and the net. This is AI5Q.
All right there, Jairus. Well, it's great to have you, and man, consecutive weeks in a row and twice today. That's awesome. It's definitely great to hear you on the air more often. And we understand being in the background. Cub Scouts is definitely more important than the net there. Oh yeah, I was going to ask you. Did you find what you were looking for earlier at work when we talked?
Oh yeah, so I did. I found the exact excess flow valve for liquid petroleum gas that I needed to use in a natural gas liquids application that would flow about 260 GPM or 7 PSID before it closes, and it would automatically close and has a weep hole for an automatic reset. So it was a lot of research, but found out what I needed and got it ordered, so I'm very thankful for that. It's one less thing that I have to worry about moving forward, and solved the problem from yesterday that I got told about, having a little minor incident at one of the plants, and this is going to keep that from happening again. So glad to have that behind me and moving forward with daily tasks there.
All right, well, very good there, Jairus. I'm glad you got it all figured out. I was thinking about that earlier when you were saying you were flipping through books. I was like, oh, man, it must be one of those kind of days. So great to hear you out there, my friend. You have yourself a great evening. Tell the family we said hello, and we'll talk to you again there real soon. All right, we're going to go down to the land down under and talk to VK2DY. Robert, how are you?
Good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney. 27.8 degrees Celsius according to my thermometer outdoors, which is right on about 82 Fahrenheit. It'll probably get a little bit warmer because it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, sun is shining, sky is blue. Beautiful spring day here today. I was just outside doing some yard work, cleaning up some things, working on some gardening stuff out there. So gotta plant some herbs and some vegetables now. I have ordered some dirt for some raised garden beds, and once that comes, I'll be planting some herbs and vegetables. Spring, it is what it is. Other than that, not much else to share. Just wanted to say thank you for taking my check-in. VK2DY, back to that.
All right there, Robert. Well, thanks so much for joining us this evening. And spring there means winter's coming here. That's no bueno. So thanks so much for joining us, my friend. You have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, Robert was the bottom of the list. We're going to make one more call here for check-ins before we go up and talk to the net control team. Please call now.
VK3HJQ, VK3HJQ, John in Australia. Good afternoon.
All right, that's a voice I like to hear there. VK3HJQ, John, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, net controls, you put it back to me. VK3HJQ.
Oh, I sure did there, John. VK3HJQ, go ahead.
Sorry, VK3HJQ. Anyway, thanks for letting me in. Beautiful day down here today. Just finished doing half the lawns and mower run out of petrol, and I don't usually fill the mower up when it's hot, so let it cool down. 22 degrees, and that's the top today. And rain's on its way, about 200 kilometres away. There's some rain coming. So anyway, I did what I did, and I'll finish the rest tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for the network, HJQ. Good afternoon from down under.
All right there, John. Well, thanks so much for stopping by there. Great to hear you out there, my friend, and we'll say good afternoon to you also. We'll say 73. John's the bottom of the list. We're going to go talk to the net control team, starting with our master of pre-shows and logging in the blue screen. KD8SLG, just Nick, take it away.
KD8DPC, KD8SLG, good evening, Dustin, and all of the Beacon netizens. Let's get trivia out of the way. I'm going with the bulldog thingy guy, French bulldog. Yeah, C for chic. I believe that's what Gary said, is chic. And yeah, remember I met that little mutt next door, man. He is a he's a loudmouth, and he looks like he weighs about 4 or 5 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, long day today. Started with the barometer net, still here tonight. Everybody sounds fabulous. I love it when Robert and John come in from down under there. Thanks, guys. Great to hear you. I got nothing, man. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
W8WKY.
It has been a long day there, Nick, so hopefully we'll get some rest here real soon, my friend. We got you down for answer C. Thanks for doing everything you do for the net. We certainly appreciate it. K8QKO, Nick at night, take it away.
K8QKO, good evening, Dustin, and good evening, everyone on the net. Oh, it's been a pretty good net so far. I think for the answer for my trivia is I'm kind of torn between a Labrador and a German Shepherd. I have a lab now. I love that dog. He's a good dog. But I will say the best dog I ever had was a German Shepherd. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to get a dog that will, in my opinion, match that dog. So I think I'm going to have to go with German Shepherd for my answer. Yeah, aside from that, not a lot going on. Just kind of, getting along for the week. Oh, I finally decided to get a digital All-Star node. Ordered it online. It's actually pretty interesting. I ordered it last week, and they sent me the information and the question and the order forms and all that, and then they sent me the PayPal payment link pretty darn quick. I actually got it on Monday. I paid it on Tuesday, and I was like, oh, all right, pay this thing real quick, and then when it gets here, it gets here. And they sent me an email apologizing that they had sent it in error, and it was too early, but they found everything they needed to complete the order in their back warehouse, so they're going to send it to me a little bit earlier than I expected. So that worked out pretty good, and maybe pretty soon I'll be getting on my own All-Star node to get on some of the nets and things that are going on that are outside of RF and be able to do that. Anyway, with that, sir, I'll pass it back to you. This is K8QKO.
All right there, Nick, we got you down for answer A, and look forward to you getting your All-Star node and being able to go and play different places there. So we'll say 73T and have yourself a great evening. Let's see, in the land of snow and maple syrup, AB8MO, take it away.
All right, this is AB8MO. All right, I'm not doing well right now, but I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, to answer the trivia question, I'll say golden retriever. Back to net, AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, I hope things get better for you there. We'll say 73. We got you on for a golden retriever. All right, we're going to go to Mike now, KQWE. Give us your comments. Take a pause and give us the answer.
Kiva Wackawake, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. Really don't have a whole lot to say. Just kind of doing some things right here. My wife and I, we ran to Costco. and a couple of appointments. We went and got those taken care of. We got some lunch, got all that kind of stuff done. Came home, and played with our dog, who is getting more used to the house all the time. And her only issue is she has some anxieties when we put her up at night, but now she will get those worked out. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot to report new, so I'll go ahead and get some time, and I'll finish up the trivia. Okay, the question is, in 2023, what is the most popular dog breed in the U.S.? A. Golden Retriever, B. Labrador Retriever, C. French Bulldog, or D. German Shepherd. I also agree that whatever dog you have, if it's a good dog, that is the best. But according to the AKC, it is the French Bulldog, which was a C. It's been that for the last couple of years. And number 2 and number 3, it will vary. It'll either be the Golden Retriever or the Labrador Retriever, and the German Shepherd is there too. So those are all good dogs. I think one of the best ones we ever had when I was a boy was just a mutt. So this is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC. Everybody have a great night.
All right there, Mike. Well, we appreciate you doing trivia for us, and we look forward to the next one. And you give that dog a pat on the ears for us. We'll say 73 to you. We're at the bottom of the list. This is KD8 EPC with the Beacon Net, and this is the last call for check-ins. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KD8SLG, K8QKO, AB8MO, and K8QWE, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater. All-Star node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday, also here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on All-Star node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8 EPC. I'm returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time and will be clear. 73, y'all.
KD8 ECP, KSFK. Did I miss the answer to the trivia? KSFQV.
That's affirmative, Mark. It was answer C.
Right. Yeah, I probably had too many things going here, or I didn't have it loud enough. Hey, I think, yeah, we had a busy day today. Yeah, there's that hopping. It can wear us out. I wonder how bunnies hop around and they keep hopping. I don't know. KSF, I'll let you go.
'73, Mark. Have a good night. KD8 EPC is clear.
All right, KSF, give it thanks, and I'll just leave it sit here for a couple minutes before I disconnect. KSF QV. Don't know I'll be listening to. Maybe just silence. Well, there was a silent show at one time, I think. KSF QV.
W8WKY.